Alright, let's get to Epping. Alright, off to Epping, New Hampshire. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
4.2 at 293 miles an hour. Langdon goes 408 at 292. Sean actually moved first, solid on the reaction timer, but every increment down the track.
Some struggles in Gremlins. How good does that win life feel?
It feels really good. We're just got for the team we have on the hard work they do.
Take another look at it on the NHRA.TV replay. Also great to see Smokey inside the Deckers Scoop. He is the owner of record and tuner on Butterton Beach. He's also wearing fire pants. He's going to be going back in the funny car momentarily. They look like they're happy with what the car is doing. For Mike Salinas, the businessman out of California, he's been involved in racing a long time. Top fuel for the last 10 years. He made a big step a couple of years ago. Getting all the right parts, people, and everything else in place. Signal to the drivers. It's time to get to work. The number 2 qualifier, Mike Salinas, on the left side. Buddy Ho looking for the upset. 325 miles an hour for Mike Salinas, and a 381.3, that gets you everything you want in a top fuel run. It gets you win light, it gets you lane choice in the next round. 3.812, 325.22. Buddy goes 6.29 seconds, 99.49 miles an hour. And cleanly off the starting line at about the 60-foot mark, kind of puffed the tires out there, and that was it. Goes 451, 220 miles an hour. He didn't win that race. He got away with that race. A 566 for Buddy Morrison at 127. And look at all the guys down here in the ride shirts knowing that he could have won that race. It is a classic case. If Billy goes out there and he runs 375. Goes 411 at 218 miles an hour. Hazes through the top. We go down to Joe.
Down here with Bobby Lagana. Bobby, you saw Billy smoke the tires. You made some quick adjustments, and it looked like it worked out with 74.
Yeah, hung out with Hoagie last night in Connie Clitta's pit. Connie's the man in the sport. He's done more for the sport than anybody in the world, and we'd like to celebrate Scott's life. And we're lucky to race with the Torrance family who want to emulate Connie Clitta and what he's done for this sport. And you know, there's just so much history. New England Dragway, Clitta Motorsports, Bounty Hunter, and that's an awesome run. And we're just fortunate to have two good cars, and just really blessed to be here.
Nice hat.
Yeah, never.
All you have to do is start the car, We'll wait and see as the rest of the 20-car field takes their race car, 3.960 for Tasca, 324.9 miles an hour, and we are 1,000 feet closer to a big sale at Tasca Ford next week. A 4.111, 312 from Jim Campbell. Jim Dunn, the Pinto team, they've made a solid run down there. They just needed a little bit of a bobble out of Bob Tasca, and they didn't get it. The tip of the cap to the PPG team, and especially everybody at Tasca Parks for taking over the sponsorship this weekend at the TascaParks.com. NHRA Nationals, of course, presented by Bandero Premium Tequila. Thank you to all. Because I don't think there's any question in anybody's mind that when it comes to funny car racing, John Force is the greatest of all time. Smoked the tires through the middle, tried to pedal it, and it would not come back. A 609 at 114 miles an hour, and that is twice that a highly qualified car got away with a subpar run and still was able to advance. So the New England I look forward to seeing them again, hopefully very soon on the tour. Always a pleasure when they come out here. miles an hour for the win. Ron goes 429 at 263 miles an hour. Ron's car was really marching out there through the middle, and it then got in trouble. About the 600-foot mark or so, and Terry Haddock was able to sneak by. Terry Haddock gets the win and will solo into the semifinals as we watch again on the NHRA.TV replay. Right here, it looks like the Napa Dodge charging on the victory. This is what you got to do if you're Haddock. Go down the track, make sure you make it. Don't let them get away with the mistakes. You'll have sparks out of Ron's car. Sunny skies here with 117 on the starting line when we started, but I think what you're seeing out there is the track temp coming up and everybody just kind of pulling it loose down the track. So for Alexis and the Bandero Premium Tequila Toyota, heartbreak. She is going to go home early from her home race at 471, 193 miles an hour. And for Robert, of a second. Margin of victory, .0003. The scoreboards don't tell the whole story. I'll tell you that after we hear from Joe.
Here with John Overhofer, crew chief, 3/10,000ths of a second. You're going to the second round.
JR's good driver. They usually, anyway, sometimes pretty good, so he has a good driver.
towards the center line, and then he lost traction, but he was able to coast his way down the stripe in 4.49 seconds. So it'll be Tim coming back to run Matt in round number 2. BT3 gets AAA, as in Robert Hyde.
I'm like, I went down there and I'm like, where the hell is he? I'm like,
Sorry,
can't find it anywhere. I'm like,
service was absolutely atrocious.
yeah, it's, my brother got me tickets here last year. Like,
This was the exact same problem I had at SRX last night.
really?
Yeah.
So this is Braylon.
Have fun.
She's met like everybody. As you probably already
by
seen.
now.
Yeah, we did a video. We did our picks on NASCAR earlier, and Tasca got in on the video. Dude, she got a crankshaft and he signed it for her. And then this is from the pit guy, Dave. Got the crankshaft. We were doing our video, and then he came out with the crankshaft. He signed it, and then Dave signed it. I was like, dude, you guys don't have to do that.
She now
I'm like,
has a
dude,
lot,
that's insane.
she
Like,
has a
thank
lot
you
more
so
to
much.
her history than I do.
Huh?
She has a lot more to her history than I do. Ever.
It's crazy. You say, man, go up and start watching him again. Tell him nice to meet him. Nice to meet you. Catch up another time, all right?
Really, go Sox.
All right. I know, right?
Wow. Hard on the reaction timer, and Billy Torrance runs 3.8. miles an hour. Leah goes 381, 323 miles an hour. Steve-O got the jump on the starting line by a couple. Hunt paid off down at the finish line. So both Torrances are still alive. We don't have a joke.
Billy advance, Steve advance, Bobby Lagana. This team's really got it going on.
Ends up with a 10:09 and 86 miles an hour. We got to do.
What Jimmy Roberts said before this week, he would like nothing better to beat Tasca at his home track. You guys just did it.
Yeah, you know, we struggled first round there, just trying to get everything adjusted right on this new combination. And obviously we made it better there, so hopefully we can keep it going.
Who's come out of the wrong side of a lot of really great races here lately. This came out of the right side of a really good one, Joe.
Here with Richard Hardman. Richard, Matt Hagan's reign of terror has come to an end at the hands of Tim Wilkerson.
Yeah, just first, but I mean, we're talking just about a point. And then down the racetrack, John Force, a little quicker, a little quicker, a little quicker, and 395 for the win. Joe.
Here with Danny Hood. You guys in that DHL car have been slugging it out this year. You won that round.
Yeah, it's a fun one to watch between John and JR. You never know what you're going to get, so we know we got to run good because they're always on your game.
Headed to the semis.
Danny Hood, Joe Ball right now. Yeah. Both of them knew where the win light switch was. Now it's Richie Stevens out of the number 11 qualifying spot. Hoping to advance the semis for the first time in a long time. When you drive one of these things on a part-time basis, it's a classic. You know, we don't get many chances at this, so we want to take advantage every time we can. We saw Vincent Nobile down in Atlanta earlier this year. First time he'd been in the car in probably a year, and he ended up going to the final round. I think sometimes a combination of things. One, it's like there's no pressure if you're not running for the points, you don't care, and it's just like, look, I either do this or I don't get to do it again for a while. And in the right side, Aaron Stansfield. Keep talking about these next generation racers, and man, Pro Stock is full of them. The Janik brothers, JC3 Energy, an elite car, and an absolute superstar in the making driver. No question about it. The crews walk away, leaving it in the hands of their very capable captains. Now remember, Richie Stevens last round was 002 on the reaction timer. He may need to grab himself a little on the starting line if he wants to beat it. First, 6.583 at 209 to speed, 660 cars. You seem to prefer the O'Reilly side of the racetrack. Pro stock cars so far, to a man, have preferred the New Hampshire lottery. And I think that just further goes to prove that lane choice is not a big deal. It's certainly better to have than not have, as I said before. But if your driver gets beat, don't give me the I had the bad lane, because there is not a bad lane. Even the pros are flip-flopping back and forth. Troy Coughlin and Greg Anderson. It may not be quite as much Summit versus Jags as it used to be, but Summit Racing is still a supporter of KB Racing. Even though Rick Hendrick, yes, NASCAR's Rick Hendrick, through HendrickCars.com, has taken over the main signage spot on the side of Greg Anderson's machine, and Greg is trying to pay him off. with yet another win. TJ on the left side, GA on the right side. Listen up in the pits. Attention to the pits. Once again, I need all of my Lucas Oil competitors. If you're in the semifinals, you need to be in staging lane. All Lucas Oil competitors, come on down. Kaufman, Anderson. Boy, have we done this a few times. Not quite as many, but it's Troy Kaufman Jr., but it's still Kaufman versus Stripe 6.562, 209.95. That's a couple of hundred better than everybody else that's run so far. Troy goes 6.603 at 209, but Greg Anderson out of the #1 qualifying spot moved first, got there first, 6.562, and now we've got our final pair, and it's going to be the reigning champ and the most recent winner on tour. I got a lady inside that thing that's as good as anybody there. Put on a helmet, got in a first stock car. And I don't believe anybody right now would argue with that. She has proven herself time and time again, practicing her craft when she was driving cars that were subpar. So that when she got an opportunity like this, she could make the most of it. Well, 4-time world champion. I think that speaks for itself. Matt left, Erica right. Winner gets Greg. 6.576, Matt Hartford for the win. 6.574 for Erica, but she was 0.16 early. Red light for the red car. Win light for the silver car. Joe.
Down here with Eddie Granaccia.
That's awful.
Fought so hard to get back. Multi-time world champ competition eliminator. John Gray, known for some of the nicest cars in Massachusetts. John Shaw awaits. Which of the 269 Camaros will the Mopar face? Gray's in. Aragona taking his time. Aragona finally goes in. It's John Gray, 986.5 at 133 with an 030 reaction time, gets the job done, punches his ticket to the final round as Frankie Aragona goes 046, brings 675 the dial-in for Nick, the blue car, 621 the dial-in for Al. For a trip to the final round, Nick being first to pull the stage out, goes in on the side. Dead 6 wins by 4 thousandths of a second. Al Kenny 1/0 with 6.22 on a 16.1. Comes up 4,000 short. It's going to be Nick Maloney running for the trophy here at the TasmaParts.com NHRA Nationals. Presented by Bandero Tequila.
I think so. Oh my God.
Kyle Contreras, Richard Bell. Kyle, over on the New Hampshire lottery side of the racetrack. Richard Bell, over there on the blue line. 686 to a 702. So a couple of higher qualified, lower qualified cars in the race. Vortex Superchargers, Top Drags Academy. Nick Maloney already getting back to the pits to get ready for the final round. Who will he brace? Bell, number 2 in Division 1. Top Drags, Kyle Contreras, in red paint. Racers that have had great success here over the years. We're going to square up for a shot at equality. Vortex Superchargers, Top Drags.
It is.
Dominic Bergisi Jr. B&B Automotive Machine on the left side, John Harper on the right, Super Street semifinals. You got a beautiful 69 Camaro, once again, and a Tri-5 Chevrolet 1955 sedan. The thing is perfect. Look at Chuck. John Harper as Dominic breaks out 1089 zero graphs to hone their skills. You're looking at two highly honed racers. Heather on the right, Sean on the left. Flemington, New Jersey versus Colonia, New Jersey. And it's Heather Fetch's 001 dead 7. And now at the stripe, Sean Frick bailed out. He was 001 right alongside. Heather was too hot to handle on that semifinal. So Heather beats Sean. Can Amanda beat Ken? The defending race winner in 2019. Memory certainly correct. He certainly had a double up recently. Amanda Bochesko, your champion in Division 1 in Super Comp, the relentless machine over there on the O'Reilly side, talking about the Black Dragster. Ken Moses out of Colonia, New Jersey. Here in green. Division champion, defending race winner, Heather Fetch, awaits. Will it be a ladies only final round? Going to be all ladies all the time. Final round Super Comp, Amanda Bochesko, Heather Fetch. Amanda with a 004 reaction time. Goes 893. Heather had a double. Running very well this week. Joe Bellucci was the #1 qualifier. Put the 9900 in time. Bochesko just been working the program. She's going to be searching for that right trailer sticker. Did have a dead 0 in round 1. Did not run the sticker. All right, Bochesko have the stamps. And that's the result. Iggy, 008, Joe Gallucci, 115. How interesting that Iggy and Amanda in their semifinal matchup.
We got two guys here that have very similar life stories. They started literally the bottom rung and built themselves incredible business. He's born. And he is, believe me, if he got the capsule, I mean, his dad built the business. He would have got the capsule on Monday morning, working. He might do it on his business, including recycling, engineering, scrapping, all sides of it. The latest time, Lawrence Wright, will it be an all capsule final, or is Mike Salinas not dropping life on the floor? That's a great capsule in the final round. Miles an hour. Yeah. 87 for Steve-O. At $1:59, he got the jump off the starting line, but his car wouldn't hold on in the middle. Mike Salinas beat one of K's boys, and now he'll have to race the other one, Joey.
Here with Ryan Houston. Well, Ryan, you got Steve out. You're going up against Billy in the final. Wow.
Literally, it's like 2 bases to 3 out of it. simple case that Tim Split decided it was time to go before the tree turned green. Joe?
I'm here with Jimmy Brock, John Force. It's a John Force Racing win. We're going to figure out who's going to bring home the Wally, but how great does this feel, Jimmy?
Feels really good. You know, everybody's worked really hard. We had to start over this year after taking a year off, and I'm really proud of everybody, and it shows you what great people we have here. Thanks to John.
Force, final round, you and Robert, who's going to take it?
Well, let me tell you something, it's all team effort. Robert's my family, my granddaughter, Autumn, and either way, we can't lose. And bottom line, I'm going to go after him, and he's going to go after me. But boy, he's another one of them young kids that he'll show them life. Hey, I want to thank everybody here for bringing this great place back together. God bless you, everything you do.
Ladies and gentlemen, John.
Team up here. Pulling for their guy. Mason's never won one of these things. Aaron's got one. Somebody today is going to get it. Better race car. How about Aaron Stanfield? 6.595, 209 to a 661 at 207. They were 5 thou part reaction time, call that a coin flip. But Aaron Stanfield able to navigate the track a couple of hundreds quicker, 6.595 for the win. And Aaron Stanfield in another pro stock final round. Aaron Stanfield just made the final round for the 20th time. I believe it's the 5th in pro stock. He's done it in like every category he's ever raced in, so. Once again, Lucas Oil finalists. Lucas Oil finalists, come on down. We're ready for you. Greg Anderson. HendrickCars.com. Summit Racing. And Matt Hartford. Matt, the most recent winner. Greg, the current point leader. The engines both come out of the same shop. The horsepower, yeah, that's a point flip. What'd you do with the horsepower? We're about to find out. Eddie Garnacci and the Total Seal team, they take care of that car. Greg, obviously, the KB Racing boys, been pretty good at this. Can Hartford make another final round? Or will Greg get back? After sitting out the last 2 races, I can sit out the final round anyway, not sitting out the race. In the final, 6.583. That's lane choice. 209.26 for Greg Anderson. Matt goes 994 at 90 miles an hour, but he was out of control from the drop of the clutch. By the time he put it second, it moved over and started doing a little sachet. Allemande left and right, whatever else it was doing, but it wasn't pretty. 6.583 for Greg Anderson. It'll be Greg and Aaron in the final round. Greg Anderson in his 161st final round. Car Spectacular 1955 Bel Air Chevrolet. 565-inch big block provides the motivation. Neither driver has ever won an NHRA national event. Somebody gets their first Wally, and they get it here today at New England Dragway. Hartford, the right side, out of Maine. Knight, the left side, out of Massachusetts. Let's meet in the middle. Let's fire off the final round, and somebody wins their first. 10.90 the standard down on the scoreboard. They'll dive off the starting line, drop back on the throttle stop, and then charge down to 1,320. Ray and John. By 2,000ths of a second, runs out on the right side of the map, and he gets the win. The trophy from New England's going to stay in New England. It's going to head over the bridge, up into Maine. Watch again on the NHRA.TV replay. Hartford moves first. John Shaw over on the other side, a 426 Max Wedge Fury. New York on one side, Massachusetts on the other. So this trophy's going to stay in this part of the world as well. Just keep it green, guys. Let's figure it out down at the other end. Hey, heads up, stock eliminator, final round between a 426 Max Wedge Dodge and an SS 396 Chevrolet. Come and get it. Shaw is ready. Gray is ready. Watch the guys on the starting line. John Gray wins it. He goes 966 at 135. John Shaw goes 977. They both stepped up big from qualifying, but John Gray picks up the win. It's his second. His first one, 21 years ago. Watch it again on NHRA.tv. That is two really cool cars. And those are two guys that really tuned them up here for the final round. Side by side, 9-second run, double-A automatic, and John Gray just had the better car. His second career win, following Englishtown, all those years ago. And now, just a few minutes. All right, ladies, here comes Supercon. Amanda Wojcicki on the left side. Normally, her dad would be out there on the starting line. Where is Dad, you say? Strapped in his race car back here because he's in the final round in his class as well. Man on the left side, the relentless car, the reigning division champ, and Heather Fetch, also a former national event winner. Her husband Anthony down there alongside. We started with a whole bunch of big block Chevy powered rear engine dragsters, a couple of small blocks of Dodge and an Alter. And it comes down to these two ladies for the trophy. Heather on the right side, out of New Jersey. Amanda on the left side from Pennsylvania. Said both have been here before, both have won before. As a matter of fact, Heather has won on drag racing's biggest stage. The lady down there in the right lane has got a U.S. Nationals trophy on her mantle. She would sure like to add one here from New England Dragway. Amanda, however, is thinking, yeah, not so fast. 8.90 is the number. Couple of big block dragsters bumping their way in. One run. In less than 9 seconds, we'll know who the winner's going to be. It says Amanda Wojcicki 894 for the win, 174 of the speed. Heather got there first, ran 889.7, too quick by 0.03 of a second. Amanda had a little bit of an advantage on the starting line, but she went down there just wow. Sometimes the right choice is to give up the strike and try to take the win. Watch it, you're going to see it right here on the NHRA.tv replay. Amanda Wojcicki drops back. She's got a big mile-an-hour car now. Watch her come down to the finish line, and she just threw it apart. Sit down and let Heather go. Heather got there 0.03 of a second too quick. And Amanda Wojcicki picks up national event win number 2. And that is what they hope will be half of the celebration. 5. The Trans Am will try to catch the Camaro for the trophy. In Supercon. There it is. But he can't close the deal. 10-10 on a 10-10 for the win. Joe Santangelo predicted he was going to run 10.10, ran 10.108. He also had 6 down to bank on reaction time. Basilio didn't do a bad job, 941 on the 940, but he's going to come up short. And for Joe Santangelo, make that national event win number 18. 18 for Santangelo as we take another look. Both of them off, wheels up and away. And Justin, he's closing in. He's closing in. But as they close in on the quarter-mile stripe, he just runs out of room. You saw Santangelo touch the brakes down there, keep on the safe side of the dial. Win number 18 for Marlboro, Connecticut, to Joe Santangelo. And now it's Iggy Wojcicki. LaBouche is ready. So is Iggy. They're free. expected that to be a barn burner of a race. The last thing I expected was for Iggy Boy Chesko's car to stop out there in the middle of the race course. John LaBoose picks up the win, 8th of his career. And for Iggy, I guarantee you, if he had to lose one of the two, he'd rather have Amanda win and him go home with a broken car than the other way around. Right there you saw it, just as it came off the throttle stop, something stuttered and shuddered, and he was out of power, and John LaBoose just cruised his way into the winner's circle. Don't worry, I'm sure Iggy will be down there to join his daughter as well. And that should leave us with top driver. He has one final round in his career. It happened here, and he came up short. So he's going to try to turn the tables and get his first win at the track where he was denied the only other time he made it this long. Nick on the left side, Kyle on the right side. Our final sportsman final. They're dialed in. Handicap head car goes to Kyle. Motorsports team. Nick Maloney wins his first 682, 174. He won it before he moved. Kyle Contreras missed it by 2,000ths of a second. He saw the red light, shut the car off. Kyle Contreras, oh so close, and comes up red. And Nick Maloney, at the track that denied him, conquers New England Dragway. Task of 30 reaction time, not too shabby for Lacey. Release at 55 miles an hour. Erica, 7,000 to the second. There's an exhibition run out here in New England Dragway. 1387, 44 miles an hour for Blake. The weather has not changed much since the last time they ran. There wouldn't have had to made a whole lot of adjustments to these things. Greg Anderson is right to the right lane all day long, and he stays there right now. Why? Because he had the choice. But Aaron Stanfield, he's just one of the youngsters in the class that has really made a reputation for himself as being quick off the starting line. The last time these two cars went down the racetrack, they were separated by about 100. I think Aaron Stanfield is going to need to get 2 on the starting line if he wants to hold off that HendrickCars.com machine. When you've been here as many times as Greg, you think you get nervous? I mean, it's his 161st final round. You would think business as usual, right? But he also knows he's been trying to catch and tie the professor for a long time. And he would certainly like to get that done and go back to just concentrating on racing. For Aaron Stanfield, I don't think he can ride like that no matter what. First team, and a great team behind him. Stanfield left, Anderson right. For the trophy and pro stock. Anderson is hustling down the finish line, and he is not.
4/1000th of a second.
6.577. Not only did the kid leave first, but the kid outran him by 1,000 as well.
Wow.
To wait for another day to get 97 for Aaron Stanfield.
That is unbelievable.
Win number 2 in pro stock, and they don't get any bigger than that. If you think beating Greg Anderson is just another day at the office, look at those guys down on the starting line.
That is unbelievable.
They know how big that was, and Aaron Stanfield gets it done. If you hear an echoing scream come through here in about 7 seconds, that'll be Greg Stanfield, who I think is in Louisiana, but his voice left first, and then Stanfield outran Greg. I didn't see that coming. But Aaron Stanfield, 6.576 beats 6.577, 209.88 to 209.88. 82. Aaron Stanfield, your Pro Stock champion here in New England, and Greg will have to wait for another day to tie that record. And John Forrest picks up national event win number 153. That's a record that may never be beat.
Wow.
They're all teammates again. But congratulations to Danny Hudd, to Joe Barlow, to all the guys down there in the blue death shirts that hustled that thing through the day. We'll take another look at that on the NHRA replay. They left within 100. John Forrest doing his normal dive in deep on the starting line. With the Blue Def Premium car out in front of the AAA car at the finish line, John Forrest 153 national event wins.
Oh, wait.
Awesome. For Pete, Old World Industries, the Auto Club, and Chevrolet, John Forrest is and the margin at the stripe, 0.02 of a second. Billy Torrance gets the win, and they are taking the trophy